All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 793. I'm your host, GBD, here in Long Island, New York. And as always, we're joined by a man who proudly signed the petition against Stellar Blade because he needs to see as many boobies as possible at all times, Wombat.
That's right, at all times.
Have you been following that controversy?
I have, unfortunately, been peripherally following that controversy. Peripherally.
So sad, man. I actually clicked through the petition just to see, because I thought it was a video. I saw there was videos associated with it. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, they have video petitions now. So let me click, but it wasn't. The videos must have come from elsewhere. But anyway, it was very sad. And it's so sad. And putting your video with it is that's just saying never fuck me. Nobody fuck me ever. Like if that video is out there floating that you're upset, you're an adult and you're upset about a costume that a video game character is wearing.
It's about the censorship.
It's about the titties. They want to see the titties and the thigh.
It's the censorship.
Well,
they're
yeah.
censoring the art.
Principle. It's principle. If it starts with this, where does it end, Cheapy?
I mean, it probably
today it's Stellar Blade. Tomorrow, it's every game.
It's Shakespeare?
It's Shakespeare.
You should add some titties to Shakespeare. Some more titties. I think that could help.
Yep.
There's quite a few in there already.
I said more.
I mean, the original Shakespeare, there were no women.
That's
Every
not
part
good.
was played by a man.
Well, I mean, sure.
Yeah.
Man titties.
We all have the same parts there.
Yeah.
I'm rubbing my nipples for you audio listeners.
Mm-hmm.
Audio only listeners.
So you're playing the game?
I watched the video to see what it was, or I looked at some pictures of the costumes to see if they were how covered up they were.
They're not.
I mean, it's so dumb. I feel dumb even talking about it.
I know. I feel I know. The more we talk about it, the dumber we get. Is it in new releases?
Yes.
Okay, so we could touch on it then. How's that?
Sounds good.
I can't even bring myself to get outraged about the outrage, if you know what I'm saying.
I will say this though, at least they kept the price at $69.
Nice. Man, if you get really upset about a video game, the content of a video game, I mean, I can understand shady business practices that I can understand, but like a costume that a character is wearing, it's not.
Yeah, or if the game is a buggy mess and there's a game crashing something and you can't finish it and you're upset because you paid full price for something that doesn't work
and you sunk 80 hours into it. Now you can't. Yeah. Now you can't even.
I thought the being unable to finish was part of the complaint.
Hey, it's the rare Shipwreck joke.
The rare.
Someone put it on the board.
Yeah, especially at a sex joke. That's a unicorn.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Stellar Blade brings it out of me. Did
you have a glass of wine tonight with dinner or two? Feeling frisky? Maybe you should download Stellar Blade.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the night is young.
Anything could happen.
Right. What's her age in that game? Have we established that?
I think that's part of the appeal, is that she can be whatever age you want.
Whatever age you want.
Yeah. It's not a real person.
Mm-hmm. There's a character creator, but you can only create a female character and set the age, and that's it.
Is that true? No,
of course that's not true.
No, I don't know. I can see these Japanese games.
Satire.
These Japanese games are a low budget sometimes.
Is it Japanese?
I don't even know.
I thought it was. I don't know. I didn't think it was Japanese.
Oh, let's check. I'll check.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Developer. Shift Up Corporation. Korean. Sounds like.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
North or south?
Koreans, as I've learned from watching multiple series of reality television on Netflix, I've learned that Koreans are very conservative. And even when you watch those K-pop videos, they look like the girls are half naked at first glance. But when you actually watch it, it's very unsexy somehow. the girls are all like, it's like, I don't know. The outfits aren't as sexy as they appear to be at first glance, basically, or as revealing. And everything else seems pretty innocent too, for the most part, in those videos. So I'm not surprised that they are covering up these characters. It's just that's not the Korean way. Or maybe just
your word for it.
Right. I mean, I only see that the CEO is Korean, so I don't know that they, I don't know if the whole company is Korean. That says it's Korean. Okay, we've confirmed it. Anyway, anything exciting going on in your lives?
Why? That feels like a loaded question.
I don't know.
I know. I just came back from the Make a Difference Awards at my kid's school, where both my kids won a Make a Difference Award.
They made a difference, is what you're saying?
Yeah, it's the first. They do this every year, and my children have never won an award ever. So it was actually kind of exciting for them both to win in the same year. So to break the curse of them never winning, because it's like a big thing, I guess. I don't know.
What does make a difference? I don't know.
So you get nominated by your teacher, and there's only one student per grade per subject. So you get nominated by your teacher for the award for doing something special and or good. And if you do that, then you get
That's very general. I feel like that's the door's wide open on that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what to tell you. So yeah.
Can I win one?
The boy child won for music. And the girl child won for technology.
Technology? What'd she do?
Well, she does the TV studio production stuff, and she does the morning announcements.
Oh, taking after her dad. She sees the microphone in the living room every morning, and she says, "How can I get my father's love and attention?"
And by doing the morning announcements,
which you never see or hear.
I know they put them on the site, the website.
What?
So we watch them.
Oh my god, their video.
Their video, yeah, it's video. Their video announcements. Didn't you see the Spider-Man movies?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's that. It's essentially that, but instead of it being Andrew Rice, it's my daughter.
I thought that was just movie magic. That TV classrooms could have TVs in them.
Nope.
And they could broadcast live.
My chair, so my face isn't so bright. Oh, there we go. There are complaints in the chat. So I'm trying to.
That your face is too bright? You're blind.
That my face is too bright.
Because your monitor isn't in night mode. We went over this last week, Wombat.
It's not the monitor. It's
your face. Wombat, put your face in night mode.
Here, watch. If I do this, it'll get there. See, but now I can't see. Now I can't read the outline.
Why?
Because that's what causes it.
The outline? What's the outline in dark mode?
I tried that. It doesn't help. Whatever. It doesn't matter. That's good. That's better. Right? Is that better?
Nobody cares. Nobody's looking at your face. Look, you really want to look at Wombat's face that clearly? There's a reason why we do this in 720p and not in full HD.
Yeah.
Nobody's looking for maximum detail here. We're doing you a favor.
I can make adjustments.
It's okay. Anything going on in your world, Chip?
Not too much.
Everything's cool.
Everything's good. Baseball season has started. So it's
we going to a lot of games.
Well, yeah, I've gone to Reds games, but my son his season started.
Oh,
is what I was referring to.
Is it T-ball or a regular?
No, he played T-ball, and then it was like coach pitch / T-ball, but there were no outs last year. And like every kid got the coach would throw them 7 or 8 pitches. And then if they didn't get a hit off of that, then it was time to bring the tee out, which is fine. It's recreational baseball. I'm fine with it, but it's painful to watch, right? Because every kid from each team bats every inning.
Right.
So he had another year of that ahead of him, and he was ready to move up. So
he placed out.
He
are those games 4 hours long? Those games?
Those type of games?
Yeah.
No, because it's got a strict time limit.
Oh, perfect.
So
perfect.
It's just an hour and a half. But now his new ones are actually they still have a time limit on it, but they're 5 innings long. And so now the coaches pitch the first 2 innings, and then the kids pitch the last 3.
Interesting.
And so the first 2 innings, they go along at a pretty good pace. And then you get to the kid pitches, and then it could go either direction. Like
anything could happen.
Anything could happen at that point. Like you could just because it's the first game too. Like these kids have never pitched before.
Right.
So you've got kids that are swinging at everything. Like if it's anywhere close, right? Like by close, I mean in their general direction of home plate, in front of them. Yes. And so it's just, and then you have pitchers, and you're like, you feel bad because the kid's out there doing his best, but it's clear that he's just not strong enough to even be pitching.
Sure.
It's just going halfway to home plate.
Sure. Because one kid was born in January and another kid is born in November. It's a big difference. If they can reach the plate or not.
And it's rec baseball, right? I don't know. It was those last 3 innings. I'm sure it'll get better as we go along here, but the last 3 innings where the kids are pitching, and they have to learn how to pitch, right?
Can they do that at home on their own time? Not while the parents are watching. The parents show up for chorus and band. The parents show up at the they've skipped all the practices. They just see the final production.
Sure.
So you got to.
But Dash is really into baseball, so we're in the backyard every night, and he's pitching and hitting and everything. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I'll say that.
Nice.
But it's also painful because you feel bad for the kids, and then invariably one kid gets hit in the face with a pitch, right? That's going to happen every game.
Right.
Is kid going to get hit in the face with a pitch. And
Delicious.
So, right. And then kids don't know how to react to it. So my son's because it was a batter on our team and the bases were loaded, and kid gets hit in the face, and Dash just starts cheering like crazy because we get to score a run and that kid gets to go to first base. got hit in the face. So
great outcome.
Right.
Very funny.
The kid is the kid crying? Got hit in the face?
Of course. Right. The kid got hit in the face, and he was fine. It's all scary, right? But the pitches are coming in pretty slow for the most part.
Sure.
And
ball's heavy though.
The ball is heavy. Nobody would get in the face with a baseball.
No
matter how soft it is. But he was good. He stayed in the game. Nice. It was all good. Yeah.
Awesome.
But I don't know. It's going to be an eventful season. I can tell.
Yeah, you should invest in ice packs for the kids. I'm sure they're on standby.
They don't have the helmet, because they're just wearing the helmets with the ear flaps still,
but not the cage.
But not the cage, or at least the part that covers up their mouth a little bit.
The plastic jaw.
Maybe at the second half of the game they should switch to those helmets. Once the kids start pitching.
Yeah, and then we drive by the softball field, of course, and all the softball girls have full headgear on, even in the field.
Right.
So I don't know. I guess it's just a rite of passage to get hit in the face with a baseball.
As a boy.
Not
a girl.
Yes.
Girls don't get that rite of passage.
They don't need it.
They get the helmets.
Not to do the boys, but
True. I almost want to tell you about the horrible experience I had getting my car fixed, but it's so annoying and it's not resolved yet. So I think do you
not have your car yet?
I have it. I picked it up today.
Okay.
But
were you able to get your family from the airport?
Yeah, yes, but it was not fixed at that time. It was leaking. It was still leaking at that time. I just was like, fuck it. Let me leak over here for a little bit.
So you had to walk to the airport and bring them home on your back?
Nope, it was fine. I crossed my fingers and we went for it, and it was fine.
Nice. Good. I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah.
Did this make you consider that maybe it's the time to buy a Cybertruck?
I saw a Cybertruck going down my main street this week. Ooh, everything's flipping out. Everybody loves Cybertruck. And that thing is big. It is too big. When you see those, what do you call those pickup trucks that have the 2 sets of doors, the full body, full cab?
Full cab, yeah.
Right, those are ridiculous. When you see those, I understand you working in a fucking construction site, but when you see those parked at this Rite Aid it's like ridiculous. Like it takes up like more than a spot.
To be clear, a small percentage of those is working at a construction site.
Maybe where you are. I feel like on Long Island, people buy these pickup trucks because they just want to take up space.
Yeah, they buy the yes. And that's what Shipwreck was saying. Only a small percentage of those are used at construction sites.
Oh, is that what you said? Oh, sorry. I misheard you.
No, that's okay.
Correct. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
We're in agreement.
Yeah,
anyway, so like this thing just dwarfs that. It reminds me of, I mean, it looks like a commercial. It's the size of a commercial vehicle. Like the parking spots are not set up to accommodate Cybertruck.
Luckily for you,
they're all recalled.
They're all recalled because the accelerator pedal was glued on,
right,
and it was falling off.
Right.
Also, you can't take it to a car wash because if you do, it will void the warranty because water gets stuck inside and shorts out the circuit board.
I can't, the algorithm already knows that I'm going to read any like anti-Cybertruck, anti-Tesla, anti-Elon thing. So I feel like me even speaking on it is like redundant at this point.
Just adding to the things that your phone's queuing up right now.
Yeah, and when this goes on YouTube, it's just Google's going to know even more. But yeah, I do read all those articles. Even though I keep saying, don't show me these articles, but then I read them anyway. So it's like, the algorithm doesn't know what to do.
They know better than you.
But what the fuck, man? Like, it's a ridiculous vehicle. And it doesn't even work. And it's expensive. And they still didn't sell that many. Not a good company, I gotta say. They're not good cars, I also have to say.
What a bold stance.
No, not the Cybertruck. I mean the other Teslas.
Yes, what a bold stance.
And he lies about all the features of the car. That's how he sold so many. It's just a company based on lies. That's all. It's the next Enron. All right, what do we got in show feedback?
Sure. A-Train Express 0110 says, you guys all look great, but Wombat is looking slim and trim. And to that, I say thank you because, it's nice to get compliments.
Somebody in the chat also wrote the same thing. The Worm Drink. He said, nice. Orange Theory is working. You look great, bro.
Yes, I didn't go last week because I was sick. But I did go on Monday, and I will probably go, and I hope to go on Friday. That's the current plan. I will not be able to go tomorrow, unfortunately.
Because it's your birthday.
That's actually not the reason, but yes, It is. Are you? Hopefully, you guys are enjoying your All Wombats Eve.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. That's good.
I'm waiting for the presents that Wombat brings us.
Yeah, don't forget to decorate. Yeah. I come up through the toilet.
It's good that you don't go to Orange Theory on your birthday because they make you do burpees. Does your studio make you do that?
I don't know. I know they do pictures, but
pictures is fine. I don't mind the pictures.
Yeah.
I think people complained. I haven't seen them do that in a while. Somebody must have complained about it.
I'm not sure Orange Theory needs to know your birthday.
They do know your birthday for sure.
They know your birthday. It's when you fill out the paperwork, you put in your birthday.
But they don't need to acknowledge that they know your birthday.
That's true.
Well, they don't say, oh, you're 50. They just like, oh, today's your birthday. Do 10 burpees in front of everybody at the end of class when you're already tired.
Yeah, I can't imagine them doing that.
Yeah, they used to.
I've never seen that happen.
Yeah, I think maybe they stopped after COVID.
That's fair.
I feel like people complain about a lot of things and then they stop.
That's usually how it works. So let's see. We're going to the next one.
Why not?
All right. Do we want to skip this one and go to the next one?
Why not?
Okay. T. Evans has to say, Helldivers 2 feels like it's taken up a lot of my time. Looking at daily orders and goals, I feel like I've enlisted in the army. Is this like a Fortnite effect? Also, need specifics on the $300 paddle. Are you still playing Helldivers, Chibi?
I am. Okay. I've racked up a fair amount of hours in that.
Nice.
But I would say, obviously he doesn't know. He doesn't play Fortnite because he's asking. There's not in Helldivers, there's like one order at a time. There's very little that you like have to do in terms of your chores, your game chores.
Yeah, your game chores.
There's As far as I can tell, there's only 2 at any given time. Like there's one major order that's going on. That's like the story. Like, oh, we have to stop the robots from building this super factory that's going to do whatever. And then it's like the other thing is like kill 40 of these things or use this gun to kill 100 of these things. And as far as I can tell, that's it. So I think Fortnite's got a lot more going on than that, right?
Oh yes, they have so many challenges at any given time.
You can't move without being on a quest.
Yeah, and
like you're just like, oh, I did nothing.
I reloaded.
Right, like yeah, they're literally is probably like I reloaded, and that's.
I think there was a quest this season where it was like deal X amount of damage without reloading. I think was a
well, that's a little different.
It's a little bit different,
slightly, but it involves reloading.
Not far off.
Yeah,
like it's literally like you're just like do damage to enemies.
Walk
like,
5 steps.
Right, like no, there definitely is those. It's like walk around crouched for 100 feet.
Yep,
like that's 100. That is the standard one there.
Okay. That is yes,
or meters, whatever it is, whatever the unit of measure is in the Fortnite world.
Yeah,
right. So to answer this guy's question, T. Evans, I think one of the reasons that people like Helldivers 2 is that it doesn't do those things. Like it doesn't bombard you with chores. It's just like, here's the story. If you participate, you get the reward. And here's this other thing. If you accomplish this small goal, you get this reward. And that's it. There's no like studying or chores. But it's the same basic concept, I guess. Just not done in a gratuitous fashion. Should we do Watch This, Jerks?
Sure. I watched a movie over the weekend.
A movie?
I watched a movie. I watched it with my son. And it was a good family movie night. I mean, it was just the 2 of us, but that counts. We're family. And we watched Jason Statham as the Beekeeper.
How was that?
That movie is so incredibly stupid, so mind-numbingly stupid that I loved every second of that movie.
All right.
Okay, do you ever see like John Wick? Are you familiar with John Wick?
I'm familiar with John Wick, yes.
Okay, so what if instead of killing his dog...
He killed his bees?
Maybe.
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 Okay, so you killed my bees and now I'm going to karate kick you?
Yes, but you know, he's the best at killing people there is. There is no one better. He's so good at it. He's so good at it that at one point when the main bad guy is telling his head of security, I don't want to give away too much, but he's telling his head, this guy is coming after me, and he finds out that it's the Beekeeper, and the head of security goes, dude, you're fucked, and I'm out.
His name is the Beekeeper, but he's like some sort of assassin. His main job is not a beekeeper, right?
Well, that's what a beekeeper is.
Oh, a beekeeper is an assassin?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm learning so much. Is this like actual based in reality fact, or is just...
I'm going to assume no. I'm going to assume this is not. This is a movie like, you know. Did you enjoy the original Roadhouse?
I tried watching it again.
It was all right, if I'm being honest. Like,
or Commando.
Again, okay.
Yeah, it's definitely, this is like fits right in with that. It's a very throwbacky action movie, thin plot, lots of action, doesn't slow down. Everyone's an idiot, but if you allow yourself to enjoy it, you'll enjoy it a lot.
All right.
Yeah, you know, lots of violence.
What's it on?
It's on MGM Plus.
Ugh.
Wait, really? So,
you might as well just tell me it's on Mars. You have to go to Mars.
That's a thing. That's a thing, right?
That's a thing. I have it free. I'm gonna use it. So, yeah.
Does the tiger roar when you load up the app?
It should, but it does not.
Oh, lame.
Yeah. But yeah, it's
Is this an MGM Plus original?
No, this was in the theaters. This movie made a lot of money.
I don't believe you.
This movie came out in January and it was like #1 for a couple of weeks.
Is that because there were no movies coming out?
That is probably a big part of it.
The Beekeeper, Rotten Tomatoes. And 92? No, wow. That's the audience score.
Oh, okay.
71 is not bad for a movie of this.
No, that is not bad for a movie like that at all. Like I said, it's not what I would call quote unquote
it's light
a good
entertainment
movie. Yeah, but it does what it does very well.
All right, it made 152 million at the box office on a budget of 40 million. That's budget of 40 million.
Yeah,
like
that's all that it gets you these days, you know.
Yeah, this movie was made.
Is Jason Statham the only person in this movie?
He might as well. It's Jason Statham and Josh Hutcherson
and the bees and CG bees.
I don't think the bees are CG.
They have real. Ooh,
I think it's real bees.
Practical bees.
Practical bees.
That's where all the budget went.
There are not a lot of VFX in this movie. It is a very practical movie.
What does this clock in at? Like
this is
an hour and a half?
Maybe an hour 40.
Yep, 145.
There you go.
Nice.
So
all right. I mean, I have it on my watch list. I just had no idea that it was on MGM Plus, which
I would not recommend you watch it with your children. It is definitely not.
No. I know that this. Yeah,
I know.
I know this isn't something I'm going to queue up with the kids.
Is it because of the bees?
It's because of the bees. I don't want them to get sad when the bees die.
Right.
No, the bees. No. Daddy, are they sleeping?
Oh, not Beatrice.
Oh. I'm watching.
Where do you find out about these services, though?
I found out about it because it was free with my current services. So,
but like I've never even seen like an advertisement for this thing.
I've heard one.
What
on Howard Stern? I've heard one.
Okay,
for MGM Plus, but it was a while ago.
I expect to like turn on my TV or something too, and it'd just be like, "Hey, try out MGM Plus." Like, no, it's always like, here's Tubi or some other nonsense.
It's not a bad service. Now, I say this as someone who has it included in a package where I'm not paying for it, but as the streaming channels go, it gets more screen time than some of the other ones that I have. So,
more than Peacock.
Maybe it may get much more than Peacock. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Speaking of cock, I'm watching the Jerrod Carmichael reality show. You know about that?
Is it any good?
It's fucking wild and incredible. It's beyond good. He's, first of all, what makes it beyond good is that he is very fucked up, which is sad, but it's primarily he's a sex addict. And he's very open. The reality show is very open. Like, he's going through Grindr. He's a stand-up comic. He won an Emmy for his stand-up special where he comes out as gay. And this takes place right sort of during that time where he wins. And you see him like going on Grindr. He you see like he has a serious boyfriend, but like he's on tour, and you just see him like going on Grindr and dudes coming through his hotel room, and it's all in the show. And I feel bad for him because you see like this is like he just can't stop fucking guys, like even though it's like a problem because he's got a serious boyfriend. And he's also a horrible friend. I've only watched the first 3 episodes. He's also like maybe the worst friend that anyone's ever had. I don't want to ruin the story, but he was asked to be the best man. He was the best man at his friend's wedding. And boy, he is not a good best man or friend. The show is very entertaining. It's on Max. You should watch it. How do you say it? Jerrod? Jerrod. Did I spell it wrong?
No, you spelled it right. It's
okay.
Jerrod. It's Jerrod Carmichael.
Okay. I have a hard time pronouncing that, but I really can't recommend it any higher. It's, I watched it while the family was in Japan, and I almost stopped watching it because I wanted Mrs. Chibi to watch it too, but I was like, fuck that. I got to watch this. I also started watching High Hopes. Do you know what that is?
Is that like a weed show?
I think there's been no marketing for it, so I don't think you would know what it was. Yes, you are correct. It is a weed show. It's a weed show produced by Jimmy Kimmel. You've heard of Jimmy Kimmel.
Not familiar.
It's a reality show. It's a reality show that takes place in a dispensary in Hollywood, like right off of the where all those E3 activities take place. Ship, where we had to sit in traffic for 45 minutes just to get anywhere close to the place. So it's right off of there. I only watched like the first episode. I don't even think we finished it because Mrs. Chibi was falling asleep, but because she's jet lagged, not because it was bad. But it seems like it has potential, but I'm not sure yet. But that's on Hulu, and it's called High Hopes. And also on Hulu, we finished Shogun. We finished the first season. It was very good. I would recommend it. Very adult and serious. And only mildly disgusting at parts.
I watched the first episode of Knuckles.
How is that? I was going to start it, and I just didn't.
It's part of the Sonic universe.
I hear it's good. I read a review of it that said it was very good. I've only watched one episode. Okay.
And it has its moments. Like it's very much like it's set in that if you like the Sonic movies, it's set at like right after the last Sonic movie. It's a little bit long. I don't know if all the episodes are as long as the first episode, but like it seemed like and it might have only been a half hour, but it seemed like it was longer than that when I was watching it. I don't know. I like that it exists. I need to watch, I guess, more of it to see if I really enjoy it or not. There's a couple good bits in there. It's Knuckles palling around with, I think his name's Wade, the other police officer.
Adam Pally.
That's the actor.
You could literally say any name, and I don't know who that actor's name is.
That's okay.
But it's their like buddy adventures type of thing. So, I'm sure my family's gonna watch all of it. So it is not like laugh out loud funny, or like as heartwarming as the Sonic movies are. So I don't know. It needs to pick up the pace a little bit. I think some of that is because it's a TV show rather than a movie. And
gotta go fast.
Right. Not really going fast for this. Gotta punch things, I guess. Takes longer to punch things.
Right. All right.
Have you started X-Men yet, Chip? X-Men 97? You start that yet?
We watched all of it except for, did they put all that out at the same time? We had one episode to go.
No,
okay.
There's a new episode today, which I have watched already.
We got up, I don't know. We watched like the first 5 episodes, I think. And and then 6 was out, but we had not watched it at that point, I think.
So you might be 2 episodes behind now.
Yeah. We're enjoying it. We like it. My kids had already watched the entire run of the original X-Men 97.
Okay. So original X-Men 92, I think is what it actually is.
Whatever it is. Yeah. The original X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
They watched all of that prior to this even becoming an announcement that this was going to be a thing. They had binge watched all of those. Like my kids have watched pretty much all of the 80s and 90s cartoons because I have all the DVDs and everything that I've loaded up onto our Plex server, and then they sit there and watch through Thundercats and G.I. Joe and Transformers and they're well versed in old cartoons.
It's like feeding AI.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
X-Men?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, right.
The episode that we watched, the last episode we watched, a lot of death.
So you watched the we'll just call it the Genosha episode. Is that?
Yes. That was the last episode we watched, and then we turned it off because we were like, maybe we'll after that episode, I was like, I don't really want to binge watch another episode of this currently. It was really good, but it was just like,
it's sad.
It was an episode of like, okay, I've I need to take a break from
Need
this.
to reflect.
Were your children affected by it emotionally, or were they just like, all right, what's next?
No, they're dead inside, just like I am.
Okay, just wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean they understood the weight of it. They're like, oh wow, like they killed this person, but they've also seen all of the Marvel movies and everything, and know that people like die and then come back, and
just like real life,
multi-universe, like
that's how X-Men usually work.
No, but it is good.
It is super good.
I watched some of it. I'm just not as far into it as you.
Okay.
It is good.
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
Should we do new releases?
Sure.
We got.
Am I going?
Why not? We got Stellar Blade.
Stellar Blade is on the PlayStation 5 for $69.99.
Can't even jack off to it properly. Forget it. Gotta work so hard.
It's supposed to be pretty good though, right? Like
I have no idea. I think it got decent reviews. Yes. I have no idea. I honestly don't even know what the game is.
Unplayable now because this little part of the chest area now is covered with some fabric.
Yeah, it got an 82. So I feel like I want to play this, but like the whole people that are upset about it are discouraging me from caring about this game.
That's fair.
Wait a minute, that's not how it should work. It should make you stick up for the game and support it.
No, I think they want me to boycott it, is what it is.
Well, why do you want to do what they want you to do?
Well, I don't. It just makes me like
people.
It makes me think like, man, if I just don't have to think about this game existing at all, it just makes my life easier.
Oh, you think it's more work there because people are mad at the game, and then if you play the game, then you have to sort of address that? I don't think you have to address it at all.
I don't know.
It's not
I know it's a thing, and so then it's like, oh well, now I have to not think about that while I'm playing.
Think about whether you're seeing enough boob or butt.
No, just think about like how there's people upset that they're not seeing enough boob.
Yeah, fuck those people.
Yeah,
that's fair. Actually, no one is. That's the problem.
I mean, there's so much fucking free porn out there. Who could be complaining
Not in
about
Texas.
Well, even you just don't get the high quality side. They were talking about this on Howard today or yesterday.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
Somebody called in. They were a trucker, and they were like, "Hey, I was bringing a load through Texas, staying at and I tried to go on YouPorn, and they said they don't serve Texas anymore because of the local government there." And then someone was like, "Well, I guess you didn't deliver that load after all."
I mean, that joke, yeah, that
writes itself.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But so apparently the lesser sites don't they still just show their porn.
Okay. So is the protagonist in Stellar Blade is she human or is she an android or what? Do we know? Do you guys know what this is? I haven't bothered to.
As long as she has the right amount of holes, I don't think people really seem to care.
Okay.
It's not a bowling game.
I think as for some of the audience, it might as well be. Like, that's just how they look at the game.
Because I like watch trailers, and there's also versions of it where she's like just dressed like a normal, like not a normal, but like
that's the censored version.
Like a video game character that's not naked would be.
I don't think it's that bad, the outfits. I think they added a little more fabric to some of the outfits. It sounds like people saw like an early version of the outfits, and then in the game, when the game came out, the outfits were a little bit different. And the developer said, "This was our vision for the outfits. Our final vision is what you're playing in this game. It's not censored. It's just whatever."
I was thinking they didn't say that. I thought they said.
You said they censored it?
That, yeah.
I don't think that's what happened. I don't know. It's hard to care.
That's it. It's hard to care.
It's really hard to care. Is the game good? Like, is it fun to play? Like that?
Apparently it is.
Yeah. So I think that's the takeaway, and enjoy.
It's not fundamentally broken.
You're not going to jerk off to it anyway. Why do you care if it's got like this little bit of fabric on it?
I don't know. If you wanted to masturbate, there is plenty out there to masturbate to.
Yeah, I'd be more upset about
the appeal that you're controlling her.
And
Is
she's
that the
wearing
appeal?
slightly less clothing than she should be.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel gross. But I'm watching the videos for this, and I'm not feeling gross watching the videos because the gameplay actually looks pretty good.
Right. But you're feeling gross thinking about the dudes writing the comments.
Right. Like I don't want to have to think about those dudes while I would be playing this game.
Yeah, well, apparently they're not buying and playing the game, so
They are. Come on. It's like Wombat doing a boycott. It doesn't matter. It doesn't actually work.
Wait, why are you dragging Wombat into this? Why is he getting hit with shrapnel?
Seriously.
He's had some boycotts.
Bro.
He's had some boycotts in his day.
I know, and they've all been spectacularly successful.
Not sure about that. There was that could be a new classic episode, a classic clip, Shanafan. I remember there was one boycott that was very short-lived.
I don't even remember.
It was like 2 days. You gave in, and we laughed hard. We all laughed. You laughed too. It was great.
Okay.
We all enjoyed.
I believe you.
Yeah, it was a long time ago though. So good luck with that, Shanafan.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're in new releases still, so that game is good, but just needs nipples. We need the protagonist to just have the nipples be hard at all times. Otherwise, how can you even play the game? All right, what else?
Sea of Thieves is now on the PlayStation 5.
Also getting excellent reviews.
Get your Sea of Thieves on everywhere.
It is. It's getting very high reviews because I've seen complaints about that of how it's getting really high reviews on, like higher reviews on PlayStation than it did on Xbox.
Oh, come on! I mean, like it's 5 years later. I mean,
you've come to the right conclusion.
It's not the same
they're
game.
reviewing a different game at this point. Yes.
When Sea of Thieves came out for Xbox, it was like a sketch of a game. Like you're like, oh, you can see how like this is. I mean, there's some fun elements to this game, but like it's so different today. I mean, Ty plays it. I think.
Well then, that just seals the deal, right?
I mean,
there.
I'm saying a tip. It's the what is he? What generation is he? I don't even know.
I don't know.
Millennial?
No, he's not a millennial. He's too old. He's too young.
Millennial.
Wow.
Is that a thing?
I don't know.
It's for cows, I think. What else we got?
Top Spin.
I got a review copy of that. And
How is it?
Ty played that. We'll have to ask him.
Well, bring him in.
He's sleeping.
Oh.
Okay then.
He said it was good though. He told me it was good.
Okay.
He said, hey, it was pretty good.
Have they been making those games?
No.
Okay.
They have not.
You told me you were getting a Top Spin code, and I'm like, I have literally not thought about that game in the last decade.
This is the big return.
A lot of Top Spin.
Yeah, this is the big return, and they've got a big roster of past and current tennis stars. It's got all the elements that you would think it should have. I think from what I played, it only like 10 minutes, I think. And I remembered how, the gameplay mechanic, it is like, it's one of these gameplay mechanics, which is it's simple yet complicated, easy to learn, sort of difficult to master. And I didn't know if I felt like learning all that timing. It's all timing, like getting the timing perfect on your swing, button pressing. I'm like, do I really want to like spend my time learning that? I could be learning a foreign language or something.
You're not going to do that.
No, but I could practice scratching fake records.
You're going to do that.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I did that. That's what I did. But it seems good. Like, it seems like the presentation is a little lacking, not up to like 2024 standards from what I've seen, but this is smooth enough.
They call it 2K25 even. So.
They're ahead of the game, right? I'm way off.
Yeah.
I'll try to play it before the next show, or at least get Ty to talk about it. What else we got?
That's a $70 game too. That's like bold, like coming out of the gates.
Tennis is popular
with your tennis game.
Is it
at $70?
Tennis is popular.
Tennis is popular, but like
not
tennis
but
video.
Is video game tennis? I mean, that's a different thing.
I think there's a battle pass.
Everything has a battle pass.
It
I
seemed
ordered
like-
Fortnite, it had a battle pass. So you want the battle pass with that? Like, no.
What do I get? Well, you get red French fries.
Exactly.
And,
you get new skins for your pizza. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Thanks.
And we're gonna put some stickers on your soda.
Exactly.
All right, great.
What else is here?
What is Pac-Man Mega Tunnel Battle Chomp Champs?
I don't know, but it's a cool name.
Is it only on Switch?
Just like the Epics collection handhelds.
Oh, I'm sneezing.
Oh, it's Battle Royale Pac-Man.
Oh, I've heard of this. We talked about this.
Okay.
Yeah.
It just came to Switch, I guess. It's been out.
On PC? Or it's been out on other things?
Out on PC. I think it's definitely on PC. I think it's on other things too, maybe.
Is it good? Any good reviews?
I don't know.
It's $20. Set those expectations for $20. I'm expecting that no one's even reviewed it. What do you think about that?
No reviews. TBD on the reviews for all platforms.
That's what I figured.
It's
what
Pac-Man.
else? It's Pac-Man Battle Royale.
Probably pretty good.
Actually, I watched the trailer now that I think about it. It seemed like there was too much going on. It seemed like there was too much shit on Pac-Man. There's just too much.
You have to have just the right amount of shit on Pac-Man.
You know, like there's too much shit on the screen, like happening. There's too many things. I want my Pac-Man Battle Royale pure.
I want to be on a big open field where I'm a Pac-Man and there's 99 other Pac-Men. And we have to find power pellets and chests. And that sounds like how Pac-Man Battle Royale should be.
In chests. Didn't they do real life Pac-Man? I remember real life Pac-Man.
I don't know.
That was a thing.
I believe you.
It wasn't Battle Royale.
No, Pac-Man has been in Fortnite, but not as a skin.
You can't play as Pac-Man?
No, you can't play as Pac-Man. You could have a Pac-Man on your back, and you could have a Pac-Man emote, but that's about it.
Is that because he doesn't have a humanoid form?
Maybe. I guess they probably just... I'm trying to think how that would work. I mean, kind of.
But he's very short.
Very
short. He's short.
But he would be too round. I think, I don't think
You just put a hat on him.
The hitbox would be bad. A big hat on him. The big hat is the solution?
Yeah, a big hat.
And if you shoot him with I don't know. What kind of hat is that?
He wears a hat sometimes.
Like an Abraham Lincoln hat?
Like a Robin Hood. Yeah, like a Robin Hood hat. Type
no,
of
he wears the brown hat in the cartoon.
Yeah.
He wears a brown,
that's
dad
a small hat.
It could be bigger.
They can make it bigger on.
What about Pac-Man's head on like a human body? You know, like a 3D.
That art exists too. That was some Pac-Man art from the 80s. The tall, skinny Pac-Man with the big head.
And he's a humanoid?
Yeah.
That sounds weird.
See if I Pac-Man, tall, skinny. I don't know what I'm going to get.
This sounds good.
I know. Like, I'm afraid of what the image search is going to get me. It just gets me men in the Pac-Man suit. Like the Pac-Man suit you can buy.
That should be the skin.
Yeah.
It should be. Just a Pac-Man Halloween costume.
$1.
Yeah, I was like,
We've talked about Halloween costume Battle Royale before.
Yes. It's like that the Funco game.
Oh, can we talk about that now?
Yeah, let's go move on to Wombat's Fortnightly news, and we can start with Funco Fusion. That's what is it? It's an adventure game?
It's a co-op adventure game. I mean, it's like a lot of, or at least some of the people who made like Lego games.
So we're talking about Funco Fusion now, by the way?
We're talking about Funco Fusion, yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
do we all watch the trailer?
We all watched the trailer.
Okay. This is an interesting concept, I think. And this is where this is why I wanted you all to watch the trailer.
I watched the trailer.
It has very weird licenses in it.
Jaws.
Weird, you mean affordable?
Right.
For the most part.
Jaws, The Thing, Hot Buzz, Scott
Megan.
Pilgrim, Umbrella Academy.
Yep.
Back to the Future, Jurassic Park,
Invincible.
Invincible,
Knight Rider.
Yes, very unusual.
He-Man.
He-Man. It kind of runs a gamut here of age ranges and ratings, but also I don't know.
It doesn't. It doesn't run a gamut of age.
I know
this is for 40-year-olds.
That's where I was going with this. Is this game has this sort of like if you looked at it at a glance, you go, "What is this? A kid's game?" And then you watch the trailer and the Funko Pop loses his head and there's blood everywhere.
I didn't even know Funko Pops had blood.
Me neither.
That's I would never have thought those things had blood in them.
I didn't even notice that in the trailer.
There is so much blood.
There's blood everywhere.
Everywhere. It is the most surprising thing about that trailer. That when I watch it, that's why I said you guys need to watch this trailer before we talk about the game, because I don't quite get it. Like I could see it as a kid's game because it's Funko and they're cutesy looking, but as like a mature game with lots of blood and horror elements to it, I don't think kids. I mean, we've had Gears Funko Pop before game. Yeah.
I don't think kids are into Funko Pops.
I don't know. I don't know I know who they think it's for, but I don't know who it's for.
It's probably adults, just like you say.
Yeah.
So what kind of blood are we seeing? Like Marty McFly's?
It's just like gushing blood.
I'm looking right now. Oh yeah, I just saw a guy's head. Yeah, I just saw a head come off.
Or when somebody's getting like eaten.
Oh, I see the blood. Oh yeah, there. Yes.
Eaten by rats. Yeah, a guy gets eaten by rats in the trailer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not going to see any of these licensed characters have blood. I don't think. I think you're only going to see like.
Why wouldn't you see the guy from the thing?
I think it would
get.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Depending on whether if it's a horror license or not.
Sure.
Right?
He-Man, I don't think you're going to see.
He-Man, I don't think we're going to see He-Man blood.
Or Michael Knight, I don't think we're going to see his head come off.
I mean, I could see Michael Knight's head coming off. That I could see being.
I mean, no one would probably care either way, but maybe not Marty McFly's head.
Right. Like there's some weird like family friendly licenses in there.
Right.
Is the weird thing. Also, like I'm watching that trailer and the I know it's fast cuts, but it takes me like the entire like cut to like try to identify what characters I'm looking at.
Right.
Like it's just like, you're looking at it going like, what scenario are we in here? Like who is this? Because all the Funko Pops look exactly the same.
It's because the bodies are small, and the bodies are small, and the head. Right. You're looking for like some identifiable traits on their uniform or something, but it's very small, and obviously it's just a non-detailed head, giant head. It's like, yeah.
So I hope it's fun. Like it's a co-op game, so it's something that I'll probably play with Mrs. Shipwreck. And I think it probably will be fun. It's just weird. Like, I don't know. Like, it's a license that doesn't really appeal to a lot of people, I don't think, in video game form, but maybe I'm wrong.
The good news is that they're going to sell special Funkos to go along with it.
Yeah, and if you pre-order, you get special Funko characters in your game.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Michael Knight with no head.
No, it's Walking Dead character.
It's the Walking Dead. Dead. I found the Pac-Man I was talking about. It's from the Atari box art.
Oh my goodness.
I know what Pac-Man you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm like, why? It like was driving me nuts that I was like, why do I have this image in my head, but I don't know where it's from? Now I know where it's from. But that would be the closest thing I could think of to human.
Get in. They would make money.
Yeah.
If you put that as character in Fortnite, the Atari Pac-Man.
Yeah, those at home could just Google Pac-Man Atari box art. So you can
everybody would be playing as that character.
Yeah,
it is the most grotesque Pac-Man that's ever existed. I don't even think it's canonically considered a Pac-Man. If you look at the official,
right?
Because when I was looking for this, I found the official evolution of Pac-Man in art, and this does not count as one of them. So,
not only does Pac-Man have legs and feet, but the ghosts do too.
Yes.
It's just under like their drapey ghost.
Their drapey ghost outfits.
The ghosts aren't even the right colors.
No.
Right.
No. What do you want? This is like, what is this, 1982?
It's from the Atari 2600 version. Is that what this is?
Which was terrible to begin with.
Right. I'm sure the ghosts weren't the right colors in that either. I don't think they were any color.
I'm taking the time to look at this. Like, I've always been focused on the Pac-Man being awful.
Right.
Well, awful and great at the same time, because it's fantastic that somebody who's like,
what would Pac-Man look like? Yeah, what would Pac-Man look like? What does he look like?
Why does he have teeth?
But he's literally wearing like a basketball jersey with what Pac-Man looks like on it.
On it, yeah. He's wearing Pac-Man on his shirt. He has teeth because clearly he's eating.
Yeah.
He only has one tooth or two teeth.
Yeah, well, and as you could see by the bite he takes, those two teeth come in handy.
But he eats those pellets in one bite in the game. He's not chewing them. It's weird.
Right. That's the one thing wrong with this.
I like it. All right.
Did you ever think he was in a castle?
There's so much going on here.
I like
it's those a whole show on itself.
I like the art. I mean, it's cool art. I would put that up.
Yeah, I would too.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, it would look great framed on a wall. Like if they made a disc plate of that, it would probably look really cool. But yeah,
I'd hang that in a bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
What else did I want to talk about here? Oh, this Dave & Buster's thing. Did you hear about this? Dave & Buster's is launching an app that is going to let you bet your friends basically in like the skill-based games at Dave & Buster's. Do you remember 2 weeks ago we were talking, Shipwreck said that you said you want to be able to bet in Fortnite? And then we were like, oh no. Do you remember this?
Oh, well, yeah, I didn't say it in a way that I really wanted to be able to do that. But yes.
Right. I know. But then we joked like, oh, we shouldn't even, joke about that because someone's going to take this idea and run with it.
And they did.
So it's weird because you're not allowed to you're allowed to have these types of betting situations when it's a skill-based game somehow. That's legal. So you're outside of, it's not gambling anymore. It's like saying, oh, I'm better at you at skee ball than, I'm better than you at skee ball. So let's bet $20. They're calling them real money contests or challenges. And so now you can enjoy this at Dave & Buster's.
I mean, but how does that really work? Like, let's say the three of us went to Dave & Buster's, right?
Right.
And I bet, I don't know, $20 saying that Cheapy will be
I'm not sure.
Shipwreck at basketball. And then the three of us are just in cahoots together and Cheapy wins and the three of us split the $20. Right?
No, I think it's more like this is, I'm reading it off of Kotaku. It says, what if your friend says, oh, I bet I can get the high score in, whatever game, Pac-Man Battle Royale. And you're like, no way. But I don't really understand.
I mean, could you just unplug the machine, plug it back in, so the high score goes back down?
You're really trying to game the system, huh?
That's what I mean. Are there too many ways to game the system here? What if I just bet $50 on skee ball?
I'm sure they figured all this out.
Yes.
Stand up at the edge of the game and just drop the ball in. I mean, these are things that I've seen people do in Dave & Buster's when there wasn't money involved, when it was just stuffed animals.
I think maybe
the system.
Do you think it's possibly just like a way to catalog bets between you and your friends? But who even gives a shit? Who needs to fucking? Why are you betting on skee ball? Maybe just don't do that.
I don't know. My daughter has this weird sort of mutant skee ball power.
Right. So maybe if you're gonna be a hustler, a skee ball hustler, that's one thing.
She's a skee ball hustler. She went the other day to play somewhere and she played skee ball and she won all the tickets and they had to replace the tickets in the machine because she got too many. Because she's
banned now from Dave & Buster's.
Kind of that's happened where they've said okay, you have to play on a different machine now.
It's like counting cards at a casino.
Yeah, don't ask me why she could do it. That's her. Like I said, it's if she was an X-Man, that she'd be skee ball. That would be her name. But
well, if we ever figure out how this app works, maybe you can use that to make some money.
Yeah,
college monies.
Yep.
Ship, did you check out the Vampire Survivors update? I think it just came out today.
I saw that it was on here. What do we got this time around?
It's just came out today. I think it's called the Laboratory update.
Okay.
And it's got mine carts and doors that open. I don't know what that means.
That's exactly what I was looking for.
Yeah, new characters,
You said
weapon
that
stages.
the other day,
Yeah, it's free.
offline. You were like, "I love Vampire Survivors, but the problem is the doors don't open."
Right. And what about the mine carts? There are none.
Yeah.
Are we sure? I think there was already mine carts.
Oh, maybe they're better.
They might have upgraded the mine carts. I will check it out. That game, it's amazing how much they've supported that game. Like, that game was like $6 or something, right? When it came out, like hardly anything. Yeah. They made a ton of money, I'm sure, on that because it's a good game, and
they put it on Game Pass too.
It caught on fire. It was cheap.
Caught on fire, but they still continue to support it. Like,
yeah, that's good.
It's good. I like that. More games should be huge successes that they continue to support.
People remember that, like, especially if it's a game that's like, an expensive indie game. They remember, like, oh, the developer supported the game when it was a good game. Developer supported it, it was a better game, later. And so then when the guy's next $8 game comes out, it's a no-brainer. You pre-order it. What else? There's a new Jackbox game coming out, and it's going to be rated M.
Ooh.
So it's going to be sexy. They only teased it, so there's no details yet. But I know we all like the Jackbox franchise.
Well, Matt, what's going on with Fortnite? We didn't talk about Fortnite at all, and I haven't played it in nearly a month, I don't think.
Well, let's see what is going on in Fortnite. With Fortnite, the big news is really Star Wars stuff is coming. They announced all the Star Wars. They do it every year.
Oh.
They do a new Star Wars thing.
Oh, because May 4th.
Exactly. This year they're bringing in Chewbacca and Lando. Those are the big. What's it? Luke Skywalker from Dagobah. That's what I was.
Okay.
Dagobah, Luke Skywalker, Lando Calrissian, Chewbacca. Those are the skins that you're going to be able to get. There's going to be some free doodads you can get for doing challenges, like a back bling and wraps for your cars.
How the prices? You were concerned about the pricing now that there's no more guidance on.
Well, here's where it gets interesting.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, exactly. So for the Lego, they're going to be making a mini pass for Chewbacca.
Thank God.
Where if you pay I want to say it's 1,500 V-Bucks up front, but I could be wrong.
How is that a mini pass? That's more expensive than a battle pass.
It is more expensive than a battle pass.
How can they call it a mini pass?
Because that's what it is. It's not a full battle pass. It's just part of it.
But it's more expensive.
It's 1,400 V-Bucks, which is more expensive than a full battle pass. It gives you the Chewbacca skin as soon as you plunk down the V-Bucks. So you get that instantly. Essentially what you're paying for is Chewbacca. Because if they put Chewbacca just in the shop alone, he'd probably be somewhere between 1,400 and 1,500 V-Bucks. So what they're doing is this, but they sort of string you along. But all the rewards for it are for Lego Fortnite.
Oh my God, it's a scam.
You're not even getting anything good. You're getting like Lego buildings. Like, oh, you could build all these Tatooine style buildings.
All right.
Lego Fortnite now?
Mike, okay. This might interest my daughter.
Okay, so
she likes the Lego. She likes the Lego mode.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. I'll put the image on the thing so you can take a look at it. And yeah, so I mean, yeah, it's all Lego stuff. It's all Lego build stuff that you get. And like I said, you get Chewbacca instantly in all modes, all the Chewbacca you want. And and then you could start building all these fun Star Wars-y buildings in Lego if that's your jam.
I'll let them decide. They have some V-Bucks on their account. They have not bought anything.
So it's sort of like you're 100% right. It is more expensive than a regular battle pass, but battle passes are also really well priced. This is sort of like the price of what a skin would be in the shop for a licensed skin. So it's like, I get it. Is it overpriced? How much was
like the Shredder thing? The Shredder thing was around the same thing, right?
The Shredder one was 1,000 V-Bucks.
All right.
And that got me 4 emotes and a bunch of levels and 2 shredders, and I was happy with that.
Look at you now.
Yeah. I was happy. I did not get the avatar the last Airbender one.
Is that
was
still going
also
on, or can I start playing again?
That ends when Star Wars begins, and then you can start playing again. Yeah,
and that's still in the same season, right? We're still
Yeah.
Like, I can still get to like when is the
season ends at the season ends on May 28th. They're also adding a Mandalorian car.
I'm good. Like the Avatar stuff was not doing.
Wombat is just cutting and pasting fucking Fortnite screens in the.
I thought you'd like to see what the Mandalorian car looks like.
It looks stupid.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, it looks exactly like the car he drives in the show.
Yep, exactly. Whatever. There you go. It almost looks like a Cybertruck, but it's the Mandalorian.
No, it looks much better than that. It doesn't look that stupid. I said it.
Anyway.
I love leather on the side of my cars.
Yes. The Avatar mythics are very annoying, and they leave the game on Friday. So Friday you can play the game without Avatar stuff in it. That's going away forever, or until they decide to bring it back for some reason. And the new season starts on May 28th or 29th.
Darkness in the chat is pointing out that they're trying to reprice stuff. So basically they throw in these Lego bits and Rock Band bits, and now they can jack the price up. And basically anything to jack the price up. So there you go. It's a good plan. All right, what else we got here? Wombat, we got a Fortnite Fallout update.
Yeah, my son has been playing the crap out of Fallout 4, which is kind of fun to see.
It's working, because when you last left us, it was sort of touch and go.
So he decided to just keep going. Like, he's like, whatever, this game's huge. I'll just keep walking. I don't, until he's like, I'm bound to find something and something will happen. And he was right. The game just started, playing itself, essentially. He got the quests just pop in. So he started doing quests as he found them. And then he went back to Sanctuary at one point because he wanted to like put stuff away. And the weapon he had been using to that point was a hunting knife. That was his weapon of choice. And he walked up to Preston in town, the guy that was bugged.
Yeah.
And he was so mad, he just started stabbing him with the knife.
Yeah. How'd that work?
And it worked out because he gave him the quest after stabbing him about 4 times. I guess he stabbed him into consciousness.
He patched the game by stabbing.
He patched the game by stabbing. So
perfect.
When in doubt,
stab it out.
But the funny thing is, because we both tried shooting him a bunch of times, but shooting him didn't work. It had to be stabbing.
Good to know.
So if you get a bugged quest line in any Fallout game, my advice: stab first, ask questions later.
Right. Sounds good.
I'm nearly through Like a Dragon. Like, I'm on the last mission.
Wow.
Infinite Well. I'm on the last mission, but I am pacing it out. So I got to the do all your side quests now because there's no turning back moment. And so I am side questing it up to extend my gameplay time because
wasn't enough.
New Game Plus costs you like $20 or something like that.
Really?
Yeah. It's you have to play New Game Plus.
I've never heard of that before.
No, this is the first game ever I think that they've done this on.
They know their audience.
I guess they probably do, because I still look at the achievements on this game, and it's still incredible to me on some of these achievements that it's how high the percentages are of players that have done the truly time suck activities on this game.
Right.
It's a quarter of the people that play have completed the entire everything you can do on the build your own island Animal Crossing type activities and Pokemon type activities. It's that's a lot of effort right there. I haven't even touched that stuff, but I'm only 3 out of 4 people that have not touched that stuff. 1 out of 4 is all in on spending all their time. So yeah, I don't know, but I will see. I committed to wait for a sale price for the New Game Plus add-on. That's where I'm at on this.
Fair enough. It seems that is wild. How do you justify charging for New Game Plus? Do they make any statement about that? Because it seems crazy.
I think
How much are they charging for it?
$20?
I think it was $20. I think
to play a game that you already played again. Can you just play the game again?
I mean, you could you could just play the game again, but you would have to. I mean, you would
Learn
have
everything
to
again?
like learn everything again.
Oh, that'd be horrible.
Oh my goodness. That's like paying $15 for Chewbacca.
No, but you get Lego parts.
That's true. That's true. You get Lego parts for Chewbacca.
And
You
you
get Lego parts in New Game Plus?
And a song. You get a song too.
You get a song? Do you get the Cantina song?
Yeah, it's $20. And I guess if you bought like the ultimate or deluxe editions of the games, you got it with the game.
Did you get the ultimate or deluxe edition?
It's even worse.
No, because I bought the physical version of it, which I don't believe there was a ultimate or deluxe edition of.
It's like, why make the people who support you feel like assholes? I just never understand that business philosophy.
That is super dumb.
Just,
all right, you enjoy your Yakuza game, and then
the infinite wealth, right?
Right, infinite wealth
for them, for the publisher.
After you've already put in at minimum 80 hours into the game to get to the point where you can spend another $20.
Thanks for supporting our franchise, which is like a pretty weird thing just to begin with. And thanks for putting all this time into it. Hey, why not just send us another $20 if you want to keep playing with your current character? That's crazy to me. Wow. All right. I hope nobody does it, because
that's the problem. Is probably like I'm sitting here going like, I don't know. Like I feel like I got a pretty good like bang for my buck already on it. So
like, how many of those are they selling? Is it worth? Could it really be worth it? Like,
I don't know. Yeah. Like I'm of the opinion, like maybe that's why I'm trying to do everything before I do the last mission, is so that like I just like see everything in the first playthrough, and then
so you don't have to lay out the $20.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so dumb. What are they doing? Making money is what they're doing. All right, now I'm depressed about all these horrible things that are happening.
Right.
All right, these are all first world problems, though. Gaming problems, like the outfits in Stellar Blade. All right, I think we're done. I don't have nothing for the CAG bag. I thought I had something for the CAG bag, though.
I don't know. I was gonna look also because I saw there was something there, but I didn't.
I thought I remember having one. Let me look real quick.
You look real quick.
I never gave the details on my $300 ping pong paddle, but like, who really wants that? Like, what kind of details do you want? Like,
it's made out of wood and it's got rubber on it. Is that?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. Pretty much. Like the price breakdown. I don't know what I can tell you.
It looks like the one response you got on Twitter was in the show feedback section.
Great, I did it. I did my job.
Yeah. So.
All right. In that case, we can say goodbye and happy birthday. Let's say happy birthday to Wombat.
Yes.
How old are you turning tomorrow?
47 years old.
All right.
Yeah.
That old?
Yeah, that is old, I think. Okay. Is that old? I don't know.
Target demographic for Funco Fusion.
That's perfect.
Right.
Funco Fusion guys are going, no. Perfect.
Says that you got it. Hey, have you heard about Funco Fusion? Hey, let me tell you about a video game we got.
You're right in our money zone of our Venn diagram.
Are you a fan of John Carpenter's The Thing?
No? How about Invincible?
How about He-Man and the Masters of the Universe? Are you familiar with them? Have I got a game? Do you like gigantic heads? Have you ever seen He-Man with a gigantic head? Let me tell you about this game I got for you. Blood? Do you like blood in your games?
Plastic looking blood.
Do you have a license plate that says out of time? I think you do. Have I got the game for you?
Do you have a lot of shitty products sitting on your shelves in your house, just taking up space, and your wife is constantly telling you to put some of these things away because they're just overtaking the entire house? Has that ever happened to you?
Are you familiar with landfills?
Are you familiar? What's the store? Are you familiar with not Newberry Comics?
Yes.
What's the store that's 98% Funko Pops?
Yes. Have you ever been to a Newberry comic store in your local mall establishment?
Have you looked in the window? You see that entire first 50% of the store that's visible from the inside of the mall? Those are called Funko Pops. That's what we're doing here.
It starts with fun, so you know how this game is going to be.
And we built our company around it. That's where the co comes from.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
And see.
Hey, the game could be good.
It might be. It might be a lot of fun.
I'm looking forward to the Knight Rider level.
Yeah, I mean, I do thoroughly enjoy John Carpenter's The Thing as a film. So, and you know, all the
other IP that is involved in this game.
Oh yeah, no, I love the IP in this game. That's what makes this so bizarre to me. It's like, who put these things together?
You did.
A 47-year-old.
Did you work on this? Wait a minute.
Yeah, it's like someone.
Is that why you told us to watch this trailer? Did you put this trailer together? Are you on this? Are you working for this company?
That's the.
You're getting paid.
The RoboCop DLC is coming.
That'd be good.
That's all that's missing.
Don't even tease me.
It's come. It's got to be
RoboCop because he's seen everything.
They've at least reached out.
Harry Potter was like they didn't have the cash for that. But don't they make? Do they make Harry Potter Funkos?
Yes,
they make everything. Okay,
yeah, they make everything. There is a Funko. You name a character, I guarantee there's a Funko of it.
Ron Jeremy.
There
might be. There's definitely ones.
No Ron Jeremy Funko Pop. There's no way.
There's definitely ones that if you did not have it in the box, you could say that's a Ron Jeremy Funko Pop.
And I'm not going to Google it because I don't want to know what the search brings me.
You can also Google the hedgehog. Ron Jeremy Funko Pop.
I guarantee there's like a Lou Albano one that's like
close enough.
Close enough.
There's Ron Swanson. No, there's a Cocaine Bear Funko Pop. All right, we have to stop doing the show.
I think we're good. Okay,
we're done.
Are we done? We're done now.
Are you sold?
Are you sold on my game? Everyone should pre-order my new game.
Wait, what do I get if I pre-order?
Have you heard of the Walking Deads?
Yes.
They're out of Seattle. They're the hottest thing right now. The kids love the Walking Dead.
So hot right now.
Right.
So hot. You get.
Are they is that on the air now? Still? They still have a show?
It's on the airs. It's on the streamings.
Is it on Peacock?
It's on the Peacock.
MGM Plus?
It's on MGM Plus, MGM Minus, MGM Division.
Right. Whatever. Could be good. Could be good.
Yep. All right.
I think it's going to be good. It'll likely be great, probably.
Mm-hmm.
How could it not be great? Yeah. How could they go wrong, actually? There's no way to fail.
Nope. Too big to fail.
All right. Happy birthday, Wombat. Everyone in the chat wished you a happy birthday. You have to scroll up to see it, but there was a lot.
I appreciate it. Is that it?
See ya. That's it.
Bread's done.